West Ham's pre-season has finally concluded, and the majority verdict is that it hasn't been a great pre-season, given the fact that West Ham won only one game throughout the course of it. Although the results do not necessarily tend to count during a pre-season, they are a reflection on team fitness and how prepared you are in time for the real season to come, which is actually around 8 days away, with West Ham taking on Manchester City next Sunday. I have been able to watch a couple of pre-seasons games, and it's given me an idea of who's ready and who's not. And generally speaking, the team isn't really gelled enough yet, and I don't think we really have a collective bond in the team. Now, Moyes does always get the team to play well when he can get the right players with the right confidence. I see a lot of good individual performances. Against Long, Coventry was amazing, for example. Against Luton Town, I thought that Cresswell and Souček had good games. Those are good if you're playing individually, but as a team, I don't think we're quite gelling together at the minute. We don't all work together for each other, and that might be because of differences in style of plays or differences in players. Some of our players look a little bit rusty still. I mean, Kurt Zouma had a pretty poor game today. I know that the jury was out on Ben Rama yet again. I thought that Connor Coventry was fantastic when he came on, like I just said. But although we have a good individuals in the team, no, there's no connection and there's no real... I wouldn't say the word chemistry is not the word. I'm not going to say that there's no chemistry, but there's no interdependence like we had when Moyes first started. When Moyes first started, we had interdependence. Souček and Rice complemented each other, for example. One could hold back and defend the ball in the midfield while the other one went forward and attacked, and the roles switched as seasons went on. Souček hasn't had a good pre-season, in my opinion. I mean, he scored 2 goals in 2 games, but he's dropped some stinkers at the same time. It doesn't define your season, pre-season, but we do have to work on a couple of things. And if we're going to work on things, we need to work on a formation. A 5 at the back does not work. It's never really been a West Ham thing to go all defensive. A system where we play 5-3-2 only works when you're defending deep, allowing Declan Rice to come into the left centre-back position, I think, but we only do that when we're playing deep and forcing a team to restrict its shots to distance and closing down. 5-3-2 should only be used when we're off the ball, really, because then we have a midfield that can help to launch the counter and get somebody some back to come forward as well to help out. Generally, the 4-5-1 would work for us better, because the 4-5-1 allows a little more defensive depth in the back without it being too clustered, a bit more of a triangle and a diamond into the middle, and service for the striker up top. Now, people can say what they want and say that you'll have different positions in the team. Everybody has to play a role. And it's clear that some roles need improving on more than others. The left side is a serious concern. Masuaku there is a concern. I hear he's getting shipped off to Besiktas. I think a loan move will be good for him, because he needs to get experience playing and to find somewhere where he's probably a bit more comfortable on the ball. Masuaku on the left, and maybe sticking Fornals on the left wing, it's not strong enough. We need to have a tighter left with a solid left back and a fast-paced, creative left winger. Because if we add creativity into the team, we will have better options. We will have more ideas about what to do. We will have more style about us. I'm not saying that we lack that under Moyes, but we need a bit more style. We need a bit more intelligence and a bit more originality at times to get balls into the box and to score. There are going to be questions about the formation we use for the course of next season. I think we need to change it up a lot. 4-4-2 would definitely help out Scamacca a bit. If you have Scamacca and Antonio up top together, Maybe, maybe not, but he'd have a supporting striker. I don't think Antonio is going to be dropped anytime soon. I would expect Moyes to start Antonio for the first game of Man City, as much as it might pain me to say it. Skamaka needed to play against Lom because he's not played all pre-season. He might be a little bit rusty and his fitness isn't all there. And sticking Antonio out on the wing is not a bad option, in my opinion. Sticking Fornals or Benrahma on there is very unpredictable. But Antonio's played wing before, he's comfortable there, and it wouldn't necessarily mean he has to be dropped in order to accommodate another position. I think in our midfield there's going to be the Rice-Souček partnership still. Maybe Lanzini drops in there. Flynn Downs could even drop in there. Flynn Downs has had some impressive games. Or Connor Coventry gets some game time. And Bowen's obviously going to be staying out on that side all the time, of course. Sofal at right back. The right side's fine, in my opinion. The right side, good. Centre-backs, Zuma had an okay pre-season. I expect him to be better in the regular season, though. Aguirre needs to get in as soon as he's back from his injury. We get him in and see what he can do. Ogbonna, he's been out for a long time. I don't think he's match fit still. Apparently he didn't play very well for the 23s and let in an own goal. Dawson's back as well, and he's a strong centre-back to have. I think defensively we have depth in the centre-back position, but it's the full-backs that we are lacking. Again, we have Cresswell and Masuaku. One goes down, i.e. Cresswell goes down. Masuaku comes in, and we have hell on earth within West Ham Twitter. Ben Johnson, I thought he's done okay. He's been okay, but he hasn't been great at times. Ashby needs a little bit more game time. Sofal's obviously our starting right back. If you think about doing maybe a 3-5-2, that's leaving us too open at the back. We can't be too open at the back because we're sometimes too slow to respond. I think if you're playing something like a 4-5-1 and stick with the 4-5-1 for now, okay, you can bulk it up when you're off the ball and then go all out when you're on the attack, as most teams do. There are a lot of places up for grabs still, and we need to bring in some more players. I cannot stress that. We have to bring in 4 more players before the window closes, and thankfully, we haven't left everything to the last minute, and things still can get done. Another centre-back would be ideal. A left-back is a big priority. Maybe another striker. So we have 3 choices. And a midfielder. We need a creative midfielder. I mean, Lanzini is one of our most creative players. But with him playing a deeper role, he might not have that all the time. Maybe, in my opinion, we should get another midfielder like Anana or Kirksu. Someone who can add that flair. And of course, flair isn't everything. But certainly it's going to help us out a little bit. Overall concluding thought is that although it is pre-season and this is not definitive of our regular season, we still have some work to do in the transfer market and on the training field. Get everyone back to full fitness and we will be fine. I want to see what Moyes does for the City game, and I'm obviously not the manager. I can't tell the manager what to do, of course. But we need to consider changing the formation. We need to consider changing some faces and having more rotation in the squad. Moyes was angry at the last game of the season when we lost to Brighton and saying that places were not guaranteed. He better stick with his word when it comes to the regular season, and better stick with that. Because we have to switch around and everybody's got to prove why they should be wearing a West Ham shirt. But overall, we have had a chance to get a run out in pre-season. Everybody needs to get back to full fitness a little bit quicker. But we've had some run out and we're just getting back into the flow of things, and we can adjust. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Take care everybody, and I will see you all soon.